Hi Scorpio, welcome. I'm Joy and this is Taurus Tarot, and we are getting an energy reading for you. And just know that whenever you find this video is when it applies. Okay, so there really is, and I've said this many times before, and I know it's a difficult concept, but there really is no such thing as time. Time is really a human construction. The universe really exists, or the multiverse really exists only in the present. There really is no such thing as, past, future. They actually are all happening simultaneously, but on different timelines. So anyway, that's a lot, I know, but we are getting an energy reading for you, Scorpio. And some things I haven't, some cards fell out, I haven't flipped them over yet, but some things that were coming through were definitely was this really about nostalgia. Nostalgia was definitely coming through, but it wasn't in a way that was like happy and feeling good. It was coming in a way of like longing for the past. And of course, right, like who doesn't right now long for the way that things used to be, 4 months ago even. This whole pandemic has got us all kind of crazy, and if you live in the US, it's really crazy. But it is all happening for a reason, it is, it definitely is. And I think part of, it's so funny, but I don't want to talk politics, and this is not politics, but one thing I think that President Trump is actually causing a lot of confusion, I think, and people are not quite sure what to believe anymore, and they're questioning that, and that's a really good thing, because it's important to question your beliefs. It's important to look further, right? Look further within and really determine if the beliefs that you are carrying forward with you are yours, because sometimes they're not even yours. They're things that were a part of your conditioning that, you grew up learning, being told, and then you carry that forward with you, assuming that it was the only truth to believe. But as you grow and you change, your truth sometimes changes as well. Are there universal truths that stay the same? Absolutely. But are there things that we need to adjust and tweak? Definitely, right? And I think religion is a good example of that. Oftentimes, if you grow up in a very religious family, you're expected to maintain that religion and continue to practice that religion. But have you taken the time to explore other religions or other philosophies that perhaps may fit better into your life, or perhaps may make more sense to you? Deep down, I really feel that religion is just different takes on the same story, right? It's just different translations of the same story, because if you look at the core principles of many religions, they really are very similar. So I do feel for you, Scorpio, that there are some things that you have been really looking into the past about, and wishing that they were here in the present. It's almost kind of like this feeling of like longing for the past, longing for the way things used to be, wanting to go back to a time when things were better for you, and maybe simpler, maybe easier for you. And that's understandable, totally. This pandemic, these current times are triggering for a lot of people. But like I said, it's a good thing. And I think that this is a good thing for you too, because this uncomfortableness that you may be feeling is really causing you to look within and really examine like who you are, what you stand for, what your purpose is. And this is an important question for all of us to ask, especially moving forward, right? It's almost like a reset. I feel like this pandemic is almost like a reset. It's like, you have to kind of break it all down in order to build it up anew. And I feel like that's the energy that we're in. And yes, it can be really scary. It can be, especially if you're someone who has, been touched by the virus, or someone who has and got really ill, or got sick, or even perhaps even passed. That is a very awful thing to, and difficult and challenging thing to experience, for sure. But when you take a step back from it all, right, in any kind of loss and grieving, there is a bigger message. And it does really force you into a space of really re-examining. Yeah. And so this is what I'm definitely getting from this card. And I feel like, that this energy here is, it feels like urgency. And I feel like the urgency is really about you going within. Because I think if you are getting caught up in this feeling of longing for the past, longing for what was, wishing, for something different than what is, you can easily find yourself in a space where you're very unhappy in the present, because all of your attention and focus is on how it used to be and how you would like it to be like that again. But the truth is, it's not. Okay? And the truth is probably not going to be in that same way again. And so this urgency that I'm picking up on is really about to get out of the space of longing for the past, always thinking about the past and how much better it may have been, or that kind of thing, and to move out of that quickly. Because if you don't find some truth in what you are experiencing now, if it doesn't cause you to find to confront some things within yourself, some ideas or some thought frameworks that you have, some programming that you have, you could find yourself in a very very sad and dark and challenging space. Okay, so before you get there, before this uncomfortableness moves into dark, do some self-examination and look at your ideas and your thoughts and your thought frameworks and your programming, and really ask yourself how it is currently serving you well right now. And if it's not, ask yourself what you need to change and how you need to change it, how you need to change your thoughts in order that so that it can keep you present, it can keep you grounded, and it can move you into the space that you would prefer to be in. Okay? I do feel that there is someone that is going to come in and help you with this. I do feel that. And I feel that it's going to be in the form of helping you to find something that is meaningful for you, and that gives you this joie de vivre, this joy of life in the present. Yeah, instead of ruminating on the past, and that this person is actually has this energy that is infectious, and that is really going to help you put your focus and your energy into something that you can enjoy and find, you know, peace and excitement and all of those wonderful feelings in this present moment. Okay. And this card to me is saying, and I'm feeling like this is a friend, because this card to me is really saying to look within your circle, within your community, within your space at work, or your friends, for support, that they are willing to work with you and to support you. And in that is going to come a person who is really going to kind of like be your guide and take you by the hand and lead you towards finding, you know, your peace and your joy in this present moment. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's not much more to it than that. That is what it is. So, you know, just to recap, you know, move out of this space of ruminating, of, you know, longing and wishing for the past, while you still can. Because if you linger there, if you stay there too much, it's going to be, it could really turn into something very dark and sad and depressing for you. So find a way to move out of that energy quickly. It's urgent. And how you're going to do it is really by examining your thoughts, examining your thought framework, examining your program. You know, what was your childhood like that led you to believe certain things were true? Or what was that past that you're longing for? And, you know, why didn't it work out? Or why can't you maintain that feeling in this current moment? Okay. Self-examination is the key. But definitely look to friends for support, because there are definitely people who want to work with you, who want to support you, who want to help you, and really, you know, guide you. And you know, of your friends, in your circle, or, you know, at work or family, there is going to be someone who comes forward for you, and really is that person who helps